today's video, I'm going to teach you what is cluster analysis of module 5 under VTU syllabus. Yes, what is cluster? So actually this is the topics under module 5, that is overview. K means agglomerative hierarchical clustering, DB scan, cluster evaluation, density based clustering, graph based clustering, scalable clustering algorithms. In this, now we'll see the overview. Yes, what is cluster analysis? It is nothing but finding the group of objects such that the object in a group will be similar to one another and different from the object in the other group. So we have to find the objects and we should group it into a cluster, and which has the similar properties will be grouped into one group, and the object which does not have the similar properties will be grouped in the other group. This is nothing but clustering. We are going to divide, or we are going to differentiate the objects by its similarities. The objects which are similar will be in one group. The objects which are not similar with this group will be in the other group. This is cluster analysis. See, if you can see this diagram. The objects whichever are similar are represented with the pink color, and they have formed a cluster. And these points are having, or these objects are having similar properties, so they have formed another cluster. If you take this, these objects are having similar property and they have created a new cluster. Yes, see. Then intra-cluster distance is minimized. Yes, what is intra-cluster first? The distance between the two objects inside the same cluster is called intra-cluster. And what is intercluster? Intercluster is nothing but the distance between two clusters. Distance between the objects in the two clusters, in two different clusters, is nothing but interclusters. Yes. What are the applications of cluster analysis? If you take the applications, it is used to group the related documents for browsing, as we said already in the module 2. So whatever the words related to data mining will be grouped under the topic data mining and warehousing. Like that, based on the topic, the documents or the words will be clustered, and this is one of the applications of cluster analysis. And also for grouping the genes and proteins that have the similar functionality, and group stocks with similar price fluctuations. So these are the applications of cluster analysis. And it also helps us to reduce the size of the large data set. So by dividing the data into groups, we can reduce the size of the data set. See, if we have the sales data of the entire country, it will be in millions. So if I divide it into divide the data based on the states or cities, then the size of the data will be less. So it helps us to reduce the size of the large data sets. Next, notion of cluster can be, because how many clusters are there here? If you check, there are two clusters which are represented with the two different colors. One is red and the other is blue. And here we have 6 clusters. See, every cluster is differentiated with different colors and the shapes. And this has 4 clusters. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yes, types of clustering. Clustering is a set of clusters. So clustering is nothing but a group of cluster. An important distinction between hierarchical and partitional setup. There are 2 types of cluster we have. One is partitional and the other one is hierarchical. So partitional clustering is nothing but a division of data objects into non-overlapping subsets. So we have to take the objects, every object will be placed in the different cluster, such that each data is, as I said, each data object is in exactly one subset. It will be in only one cluster. So that type of clustering is called partitional clustering. It is nothing but every object will be in exactly only one cluster. If you take an object, it will not be in 2 clusters or 3 clusters. It should be in only one cluster in case of partitional cluster. And the second one is Hierarchical clustering. So a set of nested clusters organized as a hierarchical tree. So if I am going to organize my clusters into a hierarchical tree, then it is called hierarchical clustering. As this is partitional clustering example. See here. So if you take any object, it is in only this cluster and the other objects are there in that cluster only. And if you take this hierarchical clustering, see here, so we can divide the objects into hierarchies like this. So P1 is in the left side of the hierarchy, then this is parent 1, and again it is subdivided P2 and P3, and this is right. So it is clustered in the form of tree, hierarchical tree, like grandfather. For grandfather, 2 children will be there. One will be father, and from the father there will be 2 children. Then from the children there will be 2 children called grandchildren. Like this it will move. This is called hierarchy. So if you are going to divide the data into hierarchy, then it is called cluster into hierarchy. Then it is called hierarchical clustering. Yes, other distinctions between set of clusters. One we have is exclusive versus non-exclusive. In non-exclusive clustering, points may belong to multiple clusters. As we said, in the partitional clustering, we said only one object. If you take an object, that will belong to exactly one cluster. But in case of non-exclusive clustering, an object can be in multiple clusters. Okay, that is non-exclusive clustering. It can belong to multiple classes or could be border points. It can be in the border points also. So fuzzy clustering. Now next one is fuzzy clustering. In fuzzy clustering, a point belongs to every cluster with some weight between 0 and 1. So every object, every point will have the weight which ranges from 0 and 1 in case of fuzzy clustering. Then partial versus complete. We only want to cluster some of the data. If we want to cluster only half of the data, then it is called partial. If you want to cluster the entire data in the database, then it is called complete clustering. Then comes types of clusters. The first one is well separated cluster, second one is prototype based cluster, and third one is contiguity based cluster, and the fourth one is density based clusters, and the last one is described by an objective function. So we'll see the types of cluster. The first one is well separated cluster. So here the cluster is a set of points such that any point in the cluster is closer to every other point in the cluster. So they will be separated by the cluster. The points will be separated. The points will be in the cluster and every cluster will be separated. Okay, so cluster is a set of points. What is a cluster? It consists of a set of points or set of objects. So a cluster is a set of points such that any points in the cluster is closer to every other point in the same cluster. So the points or the objects in the same cluster will be closer, but the points or the objects in the different cluster will be farther. That is called well separated clusters. Next comes prototype based cluster. Here a cluster is a set of objects such that an object in the cluster is closer to the prototype or the center of the cluster. So we have to find the centroid for every cluster. In the prototype based cluster, every object should be closer to the center or centroid. What is the meaning of closer? The similarity. So if we want to cluster the object, or if we want to divide the objects into a different cluster or the groups, based on what we will be doing, based on the similarity dissimilarity measure. So the objects which are more similar will be closer to the center. This sort of clustering is called prototype based clustering. Next comes contiguity based cluster. Here a cluster is a set of points such that a point in the cluster is closer to one or more other points in the cluster than to the point not in the cluster. So here continuously, see here, if you check here, see this point is closer to the next point. Clear? So a cluster is a set of points such that the point in the cluster is closer to one or more other points in the same cluster. It will be the points in the cluster will be very closer to each other. See, continuous, contiguous. Then density based cluster. Here a cluster is a dense region of points. As we said, what is cluster? Cluster is a group of points. In the density based cluster, the cluster is a dense region of points. It is seen or it is viewed. A cluster is viewed as a dense region of points. It is densely populated. Every cluster, the points are densely populated, which is separated by low density regions. So every cluster is again separated by low density regions. Clear? So inside the cluster the points are densely populated and every cluster are low densely populated. That is their distances. See here, their distance is high here. Used when the clusters are irregular or intertwined and when noise and outliers are present. When it is used, when the irregular shapes of clusters are found or when the noise and outliers are present, then density based clusters will be used. This objective function here finds the cluster that minimizes or maximizes an objective function. So we will see what is objective function. Enumerate all possible ways of dividing the points into clusters. Evaluate the goodness of each potential set of cluster by using an objective function called NP-hard. We have a function called NP-hard. Using that, we'll be finding how good the cluster is, how good the points are clustered. So based on some objective function, we are going to check the goodness of every cluster. Can have global or local objectives. The first one is hierarchical clustering and the second one is partition algorithm. We saw this. A variation of the global objective function approach is to fit the data to a parameterized model. As we said, we have to take the points or data and we have to fit it in a cluster. We have to group them in a cluster using the objective function. So these are the characteristics of input data, types of proximity or density measure. It is central to the clustering. We said what are the types of clustering. So how can we do this proximity or density measure is central to the clustering. Whichever points are central to the cluster, that can be taken in case of proximity or density measure. It depends on data and application, based on the application. Then data characteristics that affect proximity and data are dimensionality. It depends upon the number of dimensions, attribute types, special relationship in the data and the distribution of the data. And also the characteristics depends upon the noise and outliers. What is noise or outliers if you see? So if we are finding any object which which is not similar to any of the cluster, which doesn't belong to any of the cluster, they are called as noise and outliers. And the clusters of different size, densities and shapes. We'll be having different sizes, densities or shapes of clusters. So with this, the cluster analysis overview is over. In the next video, I'll post the k-means algorithm. Thank you.